Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today I am going to discuss with you three things. First one, as an investor, should I be investing in gold at this point of time? Secondly, what are the different ways I can invest in gold? Thirdly, how much allocation of my portfolio should go into gold as an asset? So do watch this video till the end to get some information about how to think about investing in gold and then make the decision yourself after studying the market. Traditionally, gold is seen as a defensive asset and which safeguards your savings against the inflation. Over the last 1 year, the price of gold has spiked around 15% and over the 5 years, it has generated returns of almost 40%. So the first point is, why should I be investing in gold? During times like these, when there is so much uncertainty, when countries are at war such as Russia-Ukraine crisis, there is a huge inflation going on around the world, and then there are political uncertainties that have increased over the past few years. Investment in gold is one of the best ways to hedge your investments, to safeguard your wealth in this yellow metal. Traditionally, this metal has been used by different institutions, people, billionaires to allocate some part of their assets in gold. In general, the demand for gold increases during these times, and when the countries like emerging countries like India and China are growing, these countries are taking more gold as compared to US in a particular year. Also note, the mining of gold is an expensive and a slow process. Thus, the combination of such crisis, the rising demand for gold, and the difficulty in increasing the supply makes gold as an attractive option for many investors. The second part is, how should I think about investing in gold? The first way is to go and buy the element itself, go to a shop, purchase the element and bring it home. Now, I would advise not buying jewelry if you are going for investment purposes, because there is a making cost associated with it. So you can purchase gold bars, gold coins up to your requirements and then bring it home. Now, the problem with this method is you will have to store that element somewhere, and then the safety is the risk in this part. The second way to invest in gold is through funds. Now, there are multiple mutual funds and ETFs that are directly linked to the price of the gold. As an investor, this is the easiest way to go ahead and invest in buy these gold funds, and then secure our money into these asset classes. The third way is to invest in publicly traded companies which are into the business of mining gold. Now, I personally do not advise on going for these companies because there is always a risk of the management and any other exploration risk that these companies face, and then this is not entirely dealing with the stock markets. This is against the sole purpose of diversifying my portfolio, where I want to put money in the assets which are not directly linked with the stock markets. So this sounds great, right? But should I just go and invest in value without doing any research? We also need to know how much allocation we need to put in our portfolio in gold, and what are the risks associated with it. Ideally, we would advise 5 to 10% of allocation of the portfolio in the gold, provided, although gold provides the best safeguard against inflation and maintaining your savings, right? It is not a growth asset which will make your money 10x in the future years. If you want to ensure to growing your money in growth oriented businesses, I would say go for the equity markets. Use gold as a hedge against the inflation or any uncertainties in the future. Also note, there is a risk associated with the gold prices as well. Like in 2011, the gold prices had peaked, and after that, by 2014, the prices had come down. So gold is not averse to risk. Slowly, gradually the price rises, but it's not always certain. Also note, do your own research before investing in gold. What is your risk appetite? What kind of allocation you want to put in gold? And what is your portfolio motives in the long term? How much returns you want to generate in the long term? So do your own research before investing. Leave us a comment if you have any questions. So in our opinion, the best way to invest in gold, if you're looking to diversify your investments, not dependent entirely on the equity markets, I would say go for the ETF funds, which are directly linked to the price of the gold and will also witness the increase in value of the fund prices as the gold prices increases in the future.